Hey guys, this is Las Dunas Drift Zone. The weekly challenge is 100,000 points using a B700 Renault. This drift zone is doable from either side. I'll start over here on the eastern side as there's a slight downhill, and I will need the speed, especially in the car that I'm using. But you can do this from either side. I don't really like this one very much at all. There's not a lot of good curves at all. It's a lot of straights. It's a lot of swinging the tail back and forth. It's just kind of a weird drift zone. One of those ones that just kind of sucks, pretty much. They all kind of suck, really, but this one a little bit more than the others. Before we get going here, let's get into our usual settings spiel. For drifting, you pretty much need to have anti-lock brakes off, traction control off, stability control off, and you don't need to, but I do prefer and recommend shifting to manual. Okay, with that out of the way, we're on the correct settings here, hopefully. I'm in this Gordini, which I didn't have until today. I realized it's the only Renault I did not have, so I went ahead, picked it up, and made it a drift car. It's kind of weird. It got up to B700 rather quickly, without much power, so it's a little strange. I think if you don't like drifting, it's a little bit easier to control, but I feel it's a little bit harder to get into a drift, so you might need to tap your e-brake. Anyway, enough blabbing, let's get going here. I'm going to stay in first. I normally drift in second gear, but with this one I'm going to just stay in first. I think it works a little bit better. Okay, here we go, entering the drift zone. Like I said, there's not a lot of power in this particular build, so those that don't like drifting should find it a little bit easier to stay in control. However, if you need to get yourself into a drift, just tap the e-brake, and you'll get your butt swinging around into a drift. And here we go, and like I said, there's a lot of straights, like right here. Swing back and forth, back and forth. It's a real fun. This is just great. Makes my day. Oh, here we go. Here's a nice little corner, get a couple points. We already have well over 100,000. By the way, like I was saying, this is pretty easy. 100,000 points isn't very much. So hopefully y'all can knock out this drift zone this week. We are killing it. Look at that. Almost got double. 178,913 points. Alright, thanks guys. That takes care of this drift zone this week, and I'll see you all later.